De retour pour cette première partie du 3DEXPERIENCE Forum 2024. J'espère que la pause s'est bien passée. Bienvenue à nouveau, ou plutôt welcome back. Puisque je vais vous demander maintenant
welcome back in English, because for those of you who need to do so, please take your simultaneous translation headset so that we can start with our guests who are going to be doing this in English.
Welcome back. Welcome back for this 3DEXPERIENCE Forum 2024 with our next topic, food. Yes, you heard me. Food. But not just any food. If I say to you, the laughing cow, if I say to you, kiri, if I say to you, apéricubes, j'ai encore un autre. If I say to you, baby Bel, I'm talking, of course, about one of the most famous French food industry, le Groupe Bel. Please welcome, under your warm applause, Elisabeth, Ellison-Davis et Stéphane Dupays.
Hello, Frederick.
Hello, Elisabeth. How are you?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Hi,
Hello,
Fred.
Stéphane. Please have a seat. All right. So, welcome and thank you very much for being with us. Just for the record, Elisabeth, you are Group Chief Strategy and Transformation Officer at Groupe Bel, and you, Stéphane, you are Group Executive Vice President, Operations COO at Groupe Bel. In a few words, even if everybody knows about Bel, okay? In a few words, can you introduce us to the Bel Group, please?
Of course. Good morning, everyone. So the Bel Group is a 150 years old family company, born in 1865 in Jura, and we are cheesemaker. We have started with Comté. All of you know Comté, and producing Comté during 50 years to the end of the First World War. And big transformation at this time, because due to the war, we could have destroyed 3,000 tons of Comté, and that could have killed our company at this time. And we transformed the company in a mixer company, melting this Comté with cream, with butter, starting the new healthy snack portion, starting with Laughing Cow, known in all over the world. We sell it in 120 countries. And la bacaquería, hay personas de España here. What is important, we continue this journey to healthy portion snacking, going with Kiri, Apéricube, Kiri Boursin, Mini Babybel, and very recently with fruit, with Pompot. All of you know Pompot too. So we sell our product in 120 countries, present with 13,000 people in 28 countries, and we make 4 billion turnover per year, representing 20 billion portion per year.
All right. Thank you for this overview. Elisabeth, what else?
Well, no, as Stéphane says, Bel is a 4 billion euro company, but it's got a 40 billion euro ambition. So Bel has set itself a very courageous and very honest ambition to transform the future of food for the good of the planet, and is making substantial progress along those lines. So what you need to know about Bel is that sustainability in itself has never been a pretty set of words. It permeates every single aspect of our operations, from our corporate mission to the strategic choices that we make, to our day-to-day operations. It is really very end-to-end. And to give you a couple of examples, for example, we manage our entire business based on 2 sets of KPIs, managed by 1 Chief Impact Officer. We have set extremely ambitious targets for the CO2 neutrality of our factories, and thanks to this gentleman here, we're actually going to achieve them. And we're rebalancing our portfolio of well-known French cheeses to a more balanced mix of cheese and fruit, with fruit today representing about 40% already of our portfolio. So what I want you to take out of what Bel is, it is a company that really walks the talk in terms of sustainability, and it's a living proof that as a food company, you can actually be showing profitable growth and sustainable growth at the same time.
Can you tell us about the vision guiding Bel in this transformation towards food tech?
Our vision is based on our heritage first and on innovation. We are a family company. We are responsible to, and we are in the 5th generation. So we have the first responsibility to give this company to the 6th one in a sustainable mode. Permanently, we take long-term decisions because we need to guarantee not only the next, but the next 5 generations of this company. And to do that, we innovate permanently. So we have invented a lot of things that never copy today, like Bel, Apericube. And what will be next in terms of innovation? We need to invent the food of tomorrow. And the food of tomorrow is behind ingredients. We need to invent ingredients which will permit to make product more natural without any additives. Could be a very high challenge because we need to sell our product at 10,000 kilometers during 6 months shelf life. Right. So that's a big challenge. And the second challenge behind ingredients is to invent the ingredients of tomorrow, the next protein, to avoid to destroy our planet. So that's the key topic behind ingredients. But more important than that for me, the second challenge is to fully engage our 13,000 people. And I like to compare this engagement with this curve. And everybody knows that we achieve good results with asymptotis when we multiply quantity of project by manager. And we have the habits, we add project, and we add project, and we have manager, but we stay good. The key challenge is to embark and to solve the million details between good and excellence. And the only way to do that is to involve the 12,000 operators we have in the company, means 90% of our people, with standard, simple methods. That's the only way to go from good to excellent.
Good to excellence. Thank you very much, Stéphane. Now, I'm sure that the audience is asking itself, how is Dassault Systèmes specifically contributing to this transformation?
Well, that would be a very good question.
Well, we prepared it, by the way.
We did. So if you set the ambition of transforming the food industry and reshaping the future of food, you're going to need some help, right? So our mission is to produce not only products that are profitable, but also sustainable, environmentally friendly, and that are adored by our consumers. And to be really honest, that's not an easy task, especially if you want to do that at scale. So we are having to rethink the entire food industry. And the very first crucial step in doing that is to digitize our end-to-end value chain. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to connect, on one hand, R&D and manufacturing, to the other hand, of or R&D and marketing to manufacturing and purchasing. So really an end-to-end connection. And at the moment, we are quite far from attaining that.
Okay.
Many of our factories are not digitized. We have a high incidence of manual processes. So we're really having to put in place the foundations of a digital infrastructure. And that starts with the implementation of MES, Manufacturing Execution System, which is going to digitize the shop floor of our factories. And then it continues with the implementation of PLM, which is going to digitize our end-to-end value chain. Now, where does Dassault Systèmes come in? Dassault Systèmes is really our partner in crime. So they're not just helping us to digitize, they're helping us to innovate, they're helping us to come up with the food forms that Stéphane mentioned, to reinvent that future of food. So basically you could say that we are reinventing the future of food together.
Nice. Thank you very much. Just for me, how would you define food tech?
Food tech is the technological challenge behind our product that makes them so unique. And even if at the first glance they look very simple, we are not going to the moon, we don't build rockets, we don't make aircraft. But miniaturization, speed, which is key for us to be affordable for everybody in the world. We sell product to more than 600 million people every day. That's a key point. And nobody is able to do a Apericube at 12 cubes per second. The second one is only at 3. Nobody is able to do a 20-gram cheese like mini Bel in this wax shell. We have invented that 50 years ago. Nobody copied it right now. So that's a key topic for us to stay unique. And we are inventing a new product. I cannot say it to you today, but we have in our basket today the product of tomorrow. The key challenge is miniaturization and keeping the quality. Because I repeat, one of the fame of Bel is we have provided food to African people who doesn't have right now fridge everywhere. And our product, we can keep them 2-3 weeks outside the fridge. That's our key challenge behind technology.
Thank you very much. Now, you talk about biotech in the biotech industry. Speaking also embarking 13,000 of your employees. This is really a crusade, so to speak. How do you overcome these challenges?
Like Elisabeth was saying, we realize at Dassault Systèmes helping us to simplify global complexity into local simplicity. It's crucial that our machines, if we want to embark our 12,000 operators, are speaking effectively to the users. It's a key topic to connect all the machines together, simplifying messages. Is essential to assure countless daily action from the 12,000. And we are rounded in this world today of tuto everywhere about topics we even never know 10 minutes before. That gives us autonomy to do things. In our industry, we are far from that. All the know-how is only in the hands of few technicians. That's our challenge. How to transmit this information using the system, using the software, the right information to the right people at the right time.
Elisabeth, how do you explain the importance for Dassault Systèmes of focusing on the food industry, like Stéphane says, given the expertise in aerospace or other sectors?
I think it has very high importance. It also has very high potential. If I'm very honest, I had my initial reservations about teaming up with Dassault Systèmes for our end-to-end transformation, and that is because they had such a great expertise in aerospace, such a great expertise across different sectors, not that expertise yet in food. Well, they have not yet built that equity.
Absolutely.
Well, the point is that if you're going to reinvent the future of food, you're going to have to reinvent the way in which you manufacture it. And what I realized, and actually what we all realized at Bel, is that the experience that Dassault Systèmes has built in other sectors can actually be quite effectively adapted to the specific problems and challenges and opportunities in food. And it can do so in a very novel and in a very innovative way. So I think it's fantastic news for the food sector that Dassault Systèmes has showed up. And it's about time.
It's about time. Thank you, Elisabeth. Now, Stéphane, what impact do you expect digitalization to have on your operations?
The impact I expect is linked to the potential of our 12,000 people. If each of them is giving just 10 euros IDs every day, it provides us 40 million euro saving per year. It's pretty much more than 100,000 projects by 100 executives. That's the key topic we would like to transform, to involve larger quantity of people, providing them, I repeat, the right information at the right time to the right person in front line, and to accelerate the response of them, and not sometimes we have response, but one day after, 1 week after, 1 month after sometimes. That's the key topic. Accelerate the delay of response in the local area.
Elisabeth, you mentioned the manufacturing execution system, MES, saying that you need to reinvent the way to manufacture. Can you tell us a little bit more about the implications of this project?
Yeah, sure. So MES is basically the digitization of the shop floor of our factories. It's as simple as that, right? And what MES does is it optimizes every single part of the operations of a plant, all the way from inventory management to the monitoring of our the performance of our equipment. And what it does is it takes standard manual work processes that by definition are quite inefficient, and it transforms them in very efficient digitized workflows. And all of this digitization has a lot of benefits, right? It reduces delays, it reduces errors. It reduces downtime of machines. It increases your productivity. It increases your flexibility. So basically, it is the first step towards the future of manufacturing.
And there is also a notion of data.
And all the data is collected in database, sorted to provide, I repeat, again and again, right information to the right person at the right time to accelerate the response.
What is the strategy you put in place to make this project happen?
We will always learn from failure, and from 2004, to be honest, we have 3 similar projects. And 3 experiences where we learn a lot about difficulties. The first of them, for me, it was too many a top-down project, coming from the head office, landing in all the factory, never asking the user demand their necessity, because we want to involve them, and we were not doing that. That's the key first topic we have changed. The second topic was connected to the new technology at the end, because 10 years ago, everything was wired. We need kilometers of cable, communication card, sensor everywhere, very expensive. And we never found any payback to justify that. Today, with Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, sensors are very, very cheap. It's helped us to connect very quickly, very cheaply, all our machines. So that's the second topic. And the third one I would like to highlight is the connection, the collaboration between OT and IT. I spent 30 years in factories, and there were, at the beginning, I remember, there was a war between IT and OT. You know, everybody thinking that the other one was not knowing anything, not understanding anything. It's not the case right now, because all our machines are equipped with PC. It has accelerate the collaboration between them. And today in our company, I don't see any frontier between them. They are working all together, and it's a key topic to accelerate this implementation.
Thank you, Stéphane. Elisabeth, back to the manufacturing strategy, so to speak. You talked about the MES, manufacturing as a system. But there is also this product life cycle management. I should say, of course, PLM. Can you tell us about it?
Sure. So if MES is the horizontal part of digitization, then PLM is the vertical part of digitization. It's the digitization of the end-to-end value chain. And what PLM does is that it tracks and organizes all of the different data streams that are associated with the different steps in a product life cycle. So from the moment that a product is conceived in a research department to the moment that it is manufactured in a plant to the moment that it is launched into market. So it contains all of the different processes that are associated with product.
Yeah.
Product design, product development, product testing, product launch, marketing. And the benefit of having a PLM is that it enables all of the different people working with these processes to have the right information at the right time so they can take the right decisions. So it increases the speed of collaboration, of decision making.
Of course.
It cuts your time to market. It increases productivity. So it's bloody marvelous, really.
Now, speaking of MES, thank you for the image. MES, PLM, of course, is key in transformation plan. But is there other component involved in this transformation?
How many acronyms do you want? We have quite a few.
As less as possible, please.
So I'll give you some context. So if you look at our digital ecosystem at the moment, it's extremely fragmented. So we have a great many small applications that are scattered around the organization.
How much?
We have about 500, over 500 applications, over 1,000 different interfaces, which, truth be told, for an organization of our size is a little bit much, right? So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to rationalize all of that, and we're going to have to refocus on our core. PLM, MES are part of the core. Another part of the core is SCM, another great acronym. Supply chain management, which we are going to upgrade, and we're also planning for a significant migration of our ERP into S/4HANA. Massive undertaking, but really essential.
Of course.
For two different reasons. First of all, we need a very strong core to support our key business functions. And secondly, very importantly, if we want to take advantage of all of the advances in artificial intelligence, we have to have an end-to-end connectivity of our data.
Right.
So it's a lot of work, but it's worth it.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, what role has Dassault Systèmes played and continues to play in all this, Stéphane?
Dassault is an important partner for us, of course. They have worked on many similar projects. They make their mistake too, and they learn from that, and they know what is working. So it's very valuable for us to, in a relatively closed world of the food industry, to have this partner. And it's not just, for me, a supplier, I repeat, it's really partnership. We work in the same team, we have meetings all together permanently, not one on side, one side. However, they need to adapt. They need to adapt because their experience is more with a very advanced technological company, and it doesn't translate directly to our field. We have less technical skilled people, and we need to make this focus on the user centricity and to adapt the system to this level of employees.
Thank you. Two more questions, but there is one. We didn't know if I will ask it, but I'm going to make it. When we are preparing this interview, Stéphane, you used the paradox of I quote, the tea bag in the swimming pool. Can you share with us, please, because it's very interesting, what this paradox of this tea bag in the swimming pool is about?
Yes, I learned that, so sorry for Renault, I learned that from Toyota in Japan. And they were using a lot this tea bag image, saying that when we manage a team of 50 people or factory of 50 people, it's like how to call that, the diffusion of the message of the management is like a tea bag is a 1 liter jug. The issue we have is we are managing factory of 1,000 people.
Right.
And in that case, it's like a tea bag in a swimming pool. If we don't change the system, it will not work. If we don't mobilize all of the people through other systems, it will never work.
The swimming pool will not have the taste of the tea.
No, I don't think so.
Such a shame.
That's the importance, I repeat, to give the right action to everybody. Everybody counts in the factory. That's our key challenge, to be sure we have, I repeat, small, countless daily action.
Thank you for sharing with us this paradox. What are the Bel's next steps? And then we move to the conclusion.
So Bel's next step, first for me, is to implement MES before talking about other systems, because we need to successfully implement this project. It's a 3-year project for us, so it's a very important one. After that, we have many other, not ideas, but projects to connect the entire chain of production, not only chain of production, just from the farm to the forks, from our farmer to the customer. And I would like to connect the checkouts of the supermarket to plan production, to order raw materials directly. So, but I repeat, now we need to implement our MES project and to make it a success.
Crystal clear. Thank you for that. Now, as a conclusion, please, what would you like to share with us, Elisabeth?
Just coming back to something that Stéphane said on partnership. Listen, to me, a true strategic partnership starts with having a common view on where you want to take the industry, a common view on when you want to take the organization, and a common set of values and beliefs based on which you take decisions. And Groupe Bel and Dassault Systèmes have found that strategic connection, and that starts all the way from the top. That starts from our CEOs, Cécile Belliot and Bernard Charlez, who have a very strong joint commitment to positively impact the future of food. Right? And the moment that you have that kind of foundation in place, it really changes every aspect of your collaboration.
Definitely.
Right? You get, you forgive each other's mistakes much easier, and of course we all make mistakes. You find common solutions to challenges because you are working towards that future together. And I think that's the last thing I'd like to say. Yes, Dassault Systèmes is great in MES, they're great in PLM, but what really puts our partnership apart and sets our partnership apart is the fact that we have a common set of beliefs. And that means that we're not just digitizing together, we are building a common future together.
Thank you very much. Stéphane?
Yeah, these topics are very important. I would like to underline the user centricity, like a key point for me, and the learning by doing curve. I'm suspicious about rigid models, and I think we need to adopt 80% of the core models but to guarantee that we will leave 20% for adaptation, to guarantee this user centricity. And for me, I repeat the difference between good and excellent will be our ability to be flexible and to adapt that part of the model. And the second topic is the learning curve from learning by doing. If we wait for having the light for the full scope to be perfect on everything, we will never start. So that's the key point behind that kind of project. Let's start, implement, learn, and do.
All right. Implement, learn, and do. Thank you very much, Elisabeth. Thank you very much, Stéphane. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And now we're going to switch back from English to Français.
Okay, so back to French.
So, moving on, we're now going to have 4 of the biggest French defense industry on the stage. So this links in with a field of constant change and competition with a twofold challenge. We want to retain transformation and sovereignty, make sure that we can combine virtual with real, system from system, defense cloud, innovation technologies. That's what we've been talking about now. I'd like to call them on the stage now with your round of applause, please.